We are going to begin the Zoning Board of Adjustment meeting for October 9th, 2025. If any member of the audience wishes to speak to an item on the agenda, there is a speaker request form to the left of the dais. Please fill out the request with the agenda number of the item you wish to speak and hand it to the secretary, which Kale already did. And this time, we would like to ask that if any member of the audience has a cell phone or other electronic device, that you either turn it off or turn the ringer to silent. If you need to take a call, please step out to the hallway so that the meeting is not disrupted. Okay, at this time, we will look at the first item on the agenda, which is the minutes. Okay, we have a motion to approve by Mike and second by Jeff. Any questions, comments? Okay, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Okay, we are now ready to have the first hearing on item number 2.
So good morning. This item is multiple variance requests for the properties currently addressed as 927 East Philadelphia Street and for the property currently addressed as 1001 East Philadelphia Street. So 927 consists of a church, it consists of a storage building, and then 1001 consists of an office building and then a storage building as well. So the property 927 is zoned general commercial district, and then 1001 is zoned light industrial district. So the future land use of 927 is mixed use commercial, and the future land use of 1001 is light industrial. So the properties are located west of North Campbell, which is classified as a principal arterial street on the city's major street plan. So in June of this year, the applicant obtained a preliminary subdivision plan approval from the Planning Commission to subdivide 927 into 2 commercial lots and then to subdivide 1001 into 2 industrial lots. So this is the proposed plat that's up on the screen, and I've highlighted the new lot lines that are being proposed as a part of the plat. So the purpose of the plat is to separate those 2 storage buildings that you see from the church and from the church offices. And then once those storage buildings are separated, the applicant intends to transfer ownership of those storage buildings. So variances are required as part of a plat if it increases an existing nonconformity or creates a new nonconformity. So there's a few nonconformities with this variance, so we'll go through what all those nonconformities are. So the first one is to reduce the minimum lot size of proposed lot 3A from 20,000 square feet down to 11,500 square feet. So lot size minimums generally are intended to allow for space for the buildings, for parking, for circulation as well. And proposed lot 3A is developed with an existing building. This is where the church offices are. And then that dashed area that you see on the screen is a shared parking and access easement between proposed lot 3A and proposed lot 3B. So with this 11,500 square foot lot, we have adequate room for the building. We have adequate room for the parking and the circulation. So staff is recommending that this reduction in the lot size be approved because we believe it meets the purpose and intent of the zoning requirement. And then the second set of variances being requested is to reduce the setback on proposed lot 3A from 25 feet to 13.4 feet, from 12.1 feet, and then on proposed lot 3B from 25 feet to 12.2 feet. So the east and west common lot line is centered between the 2 buildings. That would be the church offices and the industrial storage building. And then that lot line moves north and south to provide frontage on East Philadelphia Street for a new water service for that industrial storage building. So with the existing development here, it's pretty difficult to draw common lot lines and maintain the required 25-foot setback because we have approximately 24 feet in between these buildings. So this does appear to be the minimum adjustment necessary and therefore justifying approval of the request. So the third set of variances being requested is to increase the maximum lot coverage on proposed lot 3A from 75% up to 95%. And then on proposed lot 3B from 75% up to 96%. So lot coverage takes into account The buildings, all the parking and the circulation areas, so only the landscaped areas that I'm showing here were excluded from the lot coverage calculation. If the applicant were to comply with the lot coverage requirement, a pretty significant portion of their impervious area would have to be removed, which would likely create additional nonconformities with parking or with access. So staff is also recommending to approve the lot coverage, the increase in lot coverage as well as a part of this plat. And then the fourth set of variances being requested is to reduce the landscaping on each of these lots. So starting with the first one, proposed lot 2A, this is a reduction of 13,140. On proposed lot 2B, it's a reduction of 12,807. Proposed lot 3A, it's a reduction of 3,462. And then proposed lot 3B, it's a reduction of 22,923. So when they're drawing the new lot lines, so the landscaping calculations change with the new lot configurations. This is why we're requiring variances for this. So all this landscaping is existing out there, and it didn't appear to be injurious or detrimental to the neighborhood to allow for the platting of the storage buildings, the transfer of those storage buildings, and to maintain the current levels of landscaping that they have out there currently. And then on to site photos, this is proposed lot 2A and proposed lot 2B. Proposed lot 2A is, so this is the church and the storage building. This is the front elevation of the church. And then this is the church offices. This would be on proposed lot 3A. And this would be the industrial storage building that's on proposed lot 3B. This is looking east along East Philadelphia and looking west along that same street. And then this is looking east along East New York Street. So staff is recommending that this application be approved because preserving the existing development and platting to create transferable lots constitutes a special circumstance. The literal enforcement of the requirements would make the proposed plat nearly impossible to do. The requests do appear to be the minimum adjustment necessary and also do not appear to be injurious or detrimental to the neighborhood. So with that, I'll stand by for any questions, and the applicant and their consultant is in the audience as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody on the board have any comments? I know, Cale, you signed a request to speak. Do you wish to speak?
If I could for just a minute.
Okay.
Yeah, my name is Cale McNabo, Long Branch Civil Engineering, and I just wanted to take this opportunity to thank the staff in particular. It's a very complex site, and we spent a lot of time, Tanner particularly, going back and forth, trying to come up with a reasonable solution or compromise that would be the best possible, would provide the best possible outcome to this project. And given the complexity, I just wanted to point out that the staff we appreciate their input and ideas on how to move forward with the project. And that's really all I had to say. I do have members of Destiny Foursquare here available to speak on behalf of the project if anything comes up. And otherwise, I'll stand for any additional questions you have. Thank you for your time.
Thanks, Cale. Yes,
Thank you,
Vicki.
Madam Chair. I was just going to note that if it is your desire to grant the variance, I think Tanner laid out the correct criteria. There is a special circumstance due to the existing development that's been there a very long time. It is not currently injurious to the neighborhood, so that would be a second criteria that you could cite. And it seems to be the minimum adjustment necessary, and that would be the third one. Thank you.
Thanks, Vicki. Okay. Go ahead. You can. Oh, I think you can speak. Your light's on.
Thank you. A couple things. It appears that there's not a common wall between the what would be the west storage building and the church. There's a space between those two buildings. Is that correct? And that would be the lot line?
Yeah, so with the west storage building, it's about a 2.1 setback, so there's a little bit of space in between the storage building and the church, if that's what you're referring to.
I think it's been pointed out that there's a lot of special circumstances here, and you know, I'm a little concerned on the precedent that we would set by granting this. However, I'm familiar with the area. You know, I think as the conditions were pointed out and why this could be granted, you know, it's not injurious to the area. It does fit in with that particular area. So I just kind of want to note that there's no precedent value to us granting this because there are special circumstances in this case that would tend to allow the variances. Thank you.
Madam Chair?
Yes. Yes.
I think those are really good comments, Haven. I think it's also important to note that if we saw another property with this type of mixed use and the owner is trying to plat it in order to ensure that the uses are on the appropriate lots so that ownership can be where it needs to be, you'd see us supporting those variances again too. This is very unique. This development's been there for a significant period of time, and that does make a difference. If someone were coming in with a new project, we wouldn't be supporting these variances.
Thanks, Vicki. Does anybody else have comments or questions? I'd look for a motion if not. Oh, I got to look at the chart here. Sorry, Kelly.
Thanks, Karen.
Yeah.
Just a quick question. So did I hear Tanner right? The landscape points reduction, was that just in order to make this whole thing work? And so nothing's being demoed, you know, everything's staying intact, pretty much?
Again, that's a really good question, if I might, Madam Chair. And if someone were to come in the future and do a new building or they do an expansion, we would readdress the landscaping at that time. But for now, in order to preserve the parking that's also needed, they really don't have a lot additional real estate to do landscaping other than maybe add more trees.
All right, okay, thanks.
Thank you, Kelly, also. Okay, now I'm looking at the chart. Anybody else have any comments or questions? Mike? Oh. He's going to do that. There you go.
I was just going to make a motion to approve, based on the special circumstances, the minimum adjustments necessary, and it's not injurious to or detrimental to the neighborhood or public welfare.
Great. Do I have a second? Second. Okay. Mike made the motion with all the criteria, and Jeff seconded. Any comments from the audience or the group up here? No? Okay. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Okay. Thank you, guys. Okay. We are at item number 3.
Madam Chair,
Oh, sorry.
Item number 3, the applicant has requested this item be continued for 2 weeks. There's only 6 of you.
Yeah.
And so you need all 6 yeses in order for a variance. And so they made the decision to continue it for 2 weeks until hopefully we have a whole board seated.
Okay.
October 23rd would be the date of the meeting.
Gotcha. Okay. So, would somebody like to make a motion to that effect? Just continue to October 23rd.
Move we continue this item to October 23rd meeting.
Okay.
Second.
Okay. Motion is from Haven and Mike to continue this item till October 23rd. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Okay. Now, anything from the staff?
Yes, so Andre and I were talking about this the other day. In all the years we've been here, we've never before had it that we didn't have items for Planning Commission. And while we did receive some applications, they were not complete. So we had to suspend them. So you will see them in your next meeting. After this, we're done. We adjourn and we get out of here early today. But I did want to comment that Alicia, Kelly, Haven, Mike, your terms are all up And the mayor is going to put you on for confirmation, with the exception of you, Mike, because he sadly made the decision that this is it. You will continue serving until your replacement shows up. But as a part of what we're proposing to the mayor, we will move Alicia and Jeff to voting members of the Planning Commission. John Herr has officially stepped down from the meeting. So that with the sad goodbye, he tried, so he just wanted to come back and was so valuable that we were very lenient in trying to give him that allowance, but he graciously did make the decision he needed to step down. So that moves both of you up. The mayor has got a citizen that he's going to be bringing before the Planning Commission to seat, and I'll wait until that's announced by him. And then we do have one more vacancy, and he's going through citizen interest forms right now to see who he might seat in the second spot. So stay tuned. And as soon as we do get someone, Mike, we'll let you know in advance so you don't have to show up for the meeting. But yes, I think, Jeff, this is the shortest any alternate has ever served before they became a voting member.
Okay.
So Mike, can we expect to be here for another year or two?
Absolutely.
Okay, thanks, Vicki. We need a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Motion to adjourn.
Okay. Mike made the motion to adjourn, and I think Jeff was ahead of you, Lisa. Second. So, okay, all those in favor of the motion, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Okay, motion passes. We are adjourned. Yes. Yeah, short and sweet.